There's a lot of news, lot of things about Ishan Kishan there.
And Mumbai not going for
Mumbai
Ishan.
not going for him. Whatever things that we have read about and reported about, Ishan Kishan definitely not going the Mumbai way. But where do you think he'll land up, and what's the price that you're looking at for somebody like an Ishan Kishan?
Ishan is a dynamic player, and I don't know why. I mean, they don't want wicketkeeper batsman. I mean, they haven't gone for Rishabh Pant. Obviously, he's going to be expensive, and we know exactly how he went. 27 crores. Again, Ishan, Josh Butler, we saw. I mean, people were expecting, fans were expecting, yeah, they would go for Josh Butler. Again, if we are missing out on Ishan Kishan, then who's going to keep the wickets? KL Rahul? I mean, is that the target? But then that's going to be fun, right? But not going for Ishan Kishan. A lot of youngsters, Mumbai youngsters connect with Ishan Kishan. Again, you saw a youngster who was here talking to me where he said, यार उसको माफ कर दो ईशान किशन है यार, don't give hate and all. वाला hate की बात नहीं है. Just asking you. So yeah, Ishan Kishan, if Mumbai is not going for Ishan Kishan, but definitely he's worth 20 crores. Yaar. I believe completely the kind of wicket keeper he is. He's a youngster. Great batter, somebody who swings the bat well, very well at a good speed, a good exciting T20 player. Apart from that, a pocket dynamite. I mean, we would call him. The way the Ishan Kishan and Rishabh Pant, you can compare them. These two guys are exciting players right now. One is coming from Roorkee, Delhi. The other from Ranchi, Jharkhand. He has his roots in Bihar. I don't know why. What's exciting? But a lot of people, a lot of Mumbai fans would be disappointed that if Mumbai isn't going for Ishan Kishan right now, because they were expecting, Ishan Kishan is going to be the player. He's going to open with Rohit Sharma, and the lefty-righty combination is going to rock again. But then we saw he was off color. Maybe that could be one of the reasons that Mumbai isn't going for Ishan Kishan. That is something we might have to think about. That could be one of the reasons, but. Right now, it's a bit surprising for me as well. I mean, I'm also a Ishan Kishan fan, along with Rishabh Pant. But Ishan Kishan has, I have a soft corner for him. So I would have loved him, but Mumbai isn't going. So they might use RTM. You never know. They might use RTM. He's been a Mumbai player, right?
It absolutely, Toss. I think I have to agree with you on one thing. Ishan, no matter what year he can possibly have, or whatever the chaos that's been going, that we're all aware of over the last 1 year, him in full flow. How can you even not enjoy, seeing an Ishan Kishan in full flow? But yes, right now the player who's come out is Mohammad Shami. Marquee 2 has started, and with the change in set, we have a change in person as well. Right here next to me, Vineet has skipped to grab a bit of lunch and sort of calm his nerves, because he was a little shocked with the kind of money that was getting spent in that first set. Kanav, go for it.
Hello everybody, my name is Kanav Bari. I'm the sub-editor with CNN News 18, and what an auction. I mean, I'm not shocked that Vineet was shocked, because these are some big amount of money we have seen so far. We were expecting, it's a mega auction, so we were expecting there will be some big bucks, being paid to some big players. But Shreyas Iyer, I mean, I was shocked with Shreyas Iyer going for 26, because I know he's a skilled player, he's a great captain, you have a great batter in Shreyas Iyer, someone who plays spin really well, a great skill to have. But then again, 26 crore, and then Rishabh Pant was sort of expected that he will go for big money. I was shocked when Delhi used RTM for him, because I was shocked. Why would you want to have a player you let go of?
No, it's also about the player. When it comes to all of these the mega auction particularly, from what because I've been with the IPL teams, I know how they think. A lot of it is also about what the player wants. If the player wants a little more from what they will get when they are retained, and they feel that they will get that amount outside when they're being bid for, I think that's another agreement that it's a mutual agreement that players and teams come to. It's also about, in some cases it is, change of platforms, like what happened with Shreyas. And we knew that he was not going to go to Kolkata. From what we heard, none of that we can possibly mention here, but he was not going to go back to Kolkata. But right now, not surprising, Mohammad Shami going for big bucks. Injury, no injury. We saw how he made a comeback there in the domestic circuit, on fire. Kolkata is definitely interested in that kind of, and so is so is Chennai. I saw Chennai coming in also.
That's interesting.
In between for Shami. Not surprising because Shami has got a very close bond with MS. They both really. I mean, he looks up to MS. He adores MS. But come on, Gujarat is waiting for that right to match card, and they have right to matches available. Not yet, but they're looking for that right to match card for sure. The bidding is still on. Kind of.
And Shami playing for KKR, I mean, he plays for Bengal in the domestic cricket and domestic season. So him playing for KKR won't be a shocker for me personally. But then again, the man in demand. I mean, people want him to see in Australia right now, and these teams want him to play for their team. So the man in demand, focusing on domestic cricket as of now, but the bid here is already 10 crore for Mohammad Shami, and he deserves way more. Honestly, he deserves way more. He's a great bowler to have. I was shocked GT didn't retain him.
No, I mean that you feel like okay, you want to RTM a few players and you let go of a few because you feel that might have a bigger sort of an essence. You know, a Rashid Khan, you wouldn't want a Rashid Khan going back into the pool, and he's also a part of your leadership think tank. So the sort of I'm not surprised with him not being retained because you have a right to match card.
Yeah.
But I will not be surprised if Gujarat right to matches him because Shami in Ahmedabad is a marriage made in heaven. I don't think those two, you take them apart and you put them together and you have just magic over there.
Absolutely. And I mean, as I said, that he is the man in demand. And it's also quite risky at times, you know, putting a player into the auction and expecting that we'll use RTM. Delhi did that, but they failed because LSG came up with the 27 crore bid and he sold. He's sold to Hyderabad.
Wait, we'll see if there's so there's no right to match. Did
I don't think
Gujarat
they-
refuse to right to match Shami? I'm just trying to understand what.
I don't
how did
think
that
Gujarat used RTM on Shami.
No, because they the bid happens and then they check with the other team if
If they want to use.
if they want to. They haven't.
They haven't.
So Shami is gone to Hyderabad.
Hyderabad with that batting lineup and then Mohammad Shami in the
I
bowling
think
lineup.
that's amazing.
I mean, they fell short in the last IPL. I believe that they are eyeing the trophy now. They want the trophy now. They are building a good bowling lineup because they already have a gun batting lineup.
They have gun batting
I don't believe they even need to look for more than 2 batters now. That too also a backup. of
But
sort.
I'm a little surprised that he hasn't been retained by Gujarat because I thought he was gold for them in their venue.
I mean, either they have some other plans or something because they must have thought of something. When you let go of someone like Mohammad Shami, it means you have a backup plan. You are thinking something. I hope whatever GT was planning, it comes off.
They've gone for David Miller, but again, they're bidding for him. They might not necessarily use the RTM. They might just bid for someone like a Miller. I think that's definitely what they are thinking of. So they've not used their RTM yet.
Yeah.
They've not used their RTM yet, and they didn't use it on Shami. I'm still sort of I'm a little in shock over that. I haven't been able to move past
But
that.
you're not the only one. You're not the only one. I'm equally shocked. I was shocked when they didn't retain him, and now them not using an RTM for Shami. Well, I think hopefully there will be an explanation after the auction. They will come out with a statement. But I'm also
David
shocked
Miller-
with RCB. I mean, I thought they'll go all out for Rishabh Pant now that Punjab didn't. Punjab didn't go for Rishabh Pant. I thought RCB with the second biggest purse in the auction, I thought they'll go for him, but I'm shocked that they backed out very early.
Which is what I think Vinit and I kind of touched upon. We obviously felt that they were saving up for a KL Rahul or a Yuzvendra Chahal, players whom we think they would mostly target.
Yeah.
But yes, a lot of interest for David Miller. Again, unsurprisingly so. He's at 6.25 crores currently, and Delhi and Bengaluru sort of going at it with David Miller. Gujarat has that RTM card still. They can use that if they really have to, considering they did show some interest initially. But a player like David Miller, kind of quite an asset to any.
Absolutely.
T20
He's a
matches.
gun player. He's what we call in today's generation a clutch player who can take the game away from you single-handedly, and he has that
And he
skill.
did that against
He has-
Chennai. I won't
Yeah,
forget that.
And he has done that a lot with Punjab also when he used to play for Punjab. I still remember that innings of David Miller along with I think Mandeep Singh at the Mohali Stadium. I was there in the stands and I saw him doing what he did in that match, hitting long sixes and winning the game for Punjab. He's a great artist, but sometimes I just imagine what the players is going through while his auction is going on. He's sitting at his home, David Miller in South Africa, relaxing and then also nervous,
Some players obviously watching it. Some prefer not to, and especially those who know a team is going to bid for them, because a lot of the franchises contact the players and let them know that they're going to be bidding for them. So when that happens, I think you probably don't really you don't want to sort of switch on the TVs or the digital screens in this case to see what's happening. But even as we speak, David Miller 7.5 crores. Gujarat in conversation there. Ashish Nehra, Vikram Solanki. Of course, I was there at that match. I was part of the Gujarat Titans team when David Miller played that unbelievable knock against Chennai, sealing that game when when it was stacked against them high and dry. Rashid Khan coming in towards the end and also knocking off a few big hits to get them over the line. So he's quite
sold.
the player, and he is sold to
LSG.
Is it Lucknow?
Is it Lucknow? I
I need
saw.
to see who has come in there for David Miller.
think
Things are going really fast.
I mean, there are too many. LSG. If I'm not wrong, it's LSG.
Lucknow seems to
Lucknow
have
Super Giants. David Miller playing in the middle order of
Wow.
LSG. Yuzvendra Chahal is there, and we were discussing retentions when the retention list was announced, and this was the most shocking release for me. I still believe till date Royal Challengers Bangalore regret letting go of Yuzvendra Chahal. I never imagined Rajasthan to make the same mistake again.
Well, again, I do understand where this comes from, and it gets a little difficult when you're talking about a particular player like
Leading
Yuzvendra
wicket
Chahal.
taker in the history of Indian Premier League.
A player like Yuzvendra Chahal, again, there are a lot of factors why teams don't
Yeah.
end up retaining a particular player. It's not just about not wanting to. I think that's a very small percentage when it comes to a quality player.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things is about getting them back eventually.
Yeah.
Then there's also the notion of what the player wants and whether the player wants more. So there are a lot of factors why a franchise doesn't end up retaining a player. But yes, Yuzvendra Chahal, we are seeing. So I'm a little surprised about quite a few things that's happened in this Marquee 2 set. But but things are moving pretty fast.
Yeah.
So we're down to Yuzvendra, and we know that Toss is with us in Bombay, but Mumbai has been extremely quiet so far. Yes, they don't have the money to spend as well, but they've been very, very quiet. Very unlike a Mumbai franchise when it comes to bidding and sparking bidding wars. They're known for that. But Yuzvendra Chahal, we see Chennai and Gujarat vying for him. I'm just waiting for when Bengaluru will step in.
I hope that they go on to rectify their mistake. I was wondering the same thing if RCB will. I was wondering if RCB will rectify their mistake and get him back, but I don't see that happening. Gujarat Titans and Chennai Super Kings, fighting amongst themselves for Yuzvendra Chahal and Chahal going back to MS Dhoni. I mean, that's again a match made in heaven.
And as we see, Punjab is stepping in now as well to get into the mix. But I have to quickly, as we continue this bidding contest, let's go over to Purnima, who's in Chennai, because again, Chennai has been quiet. They've shown some interest in a few players, including here, Yuzvendra. We don't know how far they would go. But Purnima, how is it going there? Our fans sort of waiting to see when that first big buy is going to come up.
Fans are quite disappointed because every player who's up for grabs, CSK not going beyond 8 crores, and the budget so far that the CSK team has is 55 crores. So, every player up for grabs, CSK initially starts the bidding process, but beyond 8 crores, there's complete silence. Are you quite disappointed? What are your expectations now?
Actually, they started off with Arshdeep Singh. That was the first player, and I thought they would go further for that. But they're not bid further than that. They're capping it around 8 crores or something like that. I hope they're holding the purse for players like Sundar, Natarajan, Ashwin, probably even James Anderson, all those players coming up. And we have Rachin Ravindra and others also coming up. We have old CSK players that we let go of. I hope they're all back. Probably we're just waiting to see. Even for Shami, Chennai started the bidding, and then we let go of Shami as well. So we are waiting for the auction to open up and then see what ends at who ends up at CSK. We are excited for that. Yes.
You're watching it live. Are you quite disappointed that we didn't buy any of the top players so far, CSK?
I think we are good. CSK has never been a team which splurges on players, goes for 15 crore, 20 crore bids. CSK has never been that. So I'm okay with current standings as of now, because there are a lot of players to come. There are a lot of Chennai specific players who have been in CSK historically, Conway, Ravindra, all that. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens. Probably another 3-4 hours, and then we can take a look at that. But as of now, I'm okay with what CSK is doing. CSK is doing what CSK usually does. It starts off and then waits. Yeah.
So CSK fans waiting patiently to see how it progresses through the day.
You know, one thing I love about Chennai Purnima are the fans. I think they're just so clued in and they're so in tune with cricket, with sport over there. I love it each time. And yes, Chennai is doing Chennai sort of things. They know they're conservative in their bidding. We've seen them up close and we've seen them from far. That's how they roll. They only will open the lockers and open the safety deposit boxes for one player. That's about it. At the most, it was Deepak Chahar for the last time. I think 15 crores and also for I think Daryl Mitchell. I think they went for 13. I think if I'm not mistaken. But Chennai doing Chennai things. But if we speak about Yuzvendra quickly right now. Again, Lucknow getting into this, and I'm wondering where they're heading with the rest of their purse. But Lucknow and Punjab getting into that battle with Yuzvendra.
Absolutely, I think I believe that he is a great asset to have in your team, and I'll be happy if someone like Punjab, because Punjab needs a good team. They have only retained 2 players and they need to build. They already have a captain now. They need to build a good bowling lineup as well. And Yuzvendra Chahal as your lead spinner, I don't think it gets better than this. And there's obviously LSG also, fighting for Yuzvendra Chahal. 14 crore. I believe he deserves way more than this. Because, as I said, leading wicket taker in the history of IPL. So we'll have to wait and see. But I love Punjab Kings and their social game as well. We jump in the Uzi rays, as they say. And this gif of Yuzvendra Chahal is viral. I mean, for years we have been watching this particular gif going around on social media. And I think we are close to having a winner here between Punjab and LSG. We'll have to wait and see. 14 crore Yuzvendra Chahal as of now. There's a fight going on between quite a few teams. They want to have a lead spinner. They want to have the most leading wicket taker in the history of IPL in their team. So we'll have to wait and see where does Chahal go. And as we said, Shashank Singh, Simran Singh, 2 retentions for Punjab. I mean, they were smart with it. And I think it is the Ricky Ponting effect, because Punjab was, I believe, in the past few years, they were all over the place. Now Ricky Ponting bringing that stability to that camp, to that management.
And as we speak, Bengaluru, after a very, very long discussion, very long, serious discussion between Mo Babat and a lot of the others at the table, have gone in to bid, and Punjab's not given up. It's Punjab. Bengaluru has called it off. That's it. I think 14.25 is all they could go for, and the bid is with Punjab. The bid is with Punjab for 4. Wait, who's jumped in now? I think someone else has jumped in, but it was 4.5. It's Hyderabad.
It's Hyderabad.
Again, Hyderabad coming in.
Hyderabad jumps out of nowhere. They just jump in out of nowhere.
I'm just wondering, with that purse, I'm guessing that purse is around a 40 at this point, or maybe a little less than 40.
I think they had 45 crores at the start.
Oh, and they spent around 10 on Shami, so 30 is what their purse is at this point. I think they have made a lot of notes over here. Okay, gave up the notes midway. But if I could ask our team to sort of
they had 45 crore.
They had 45, and if I could ask my producer to just bring up what Shami was sold for, I'm just sort of wondering.
Shami was sold for 10 crores.
10 crores.
10 crores.
So they have 35 at this point.
And they are bidding.
Thank
60.
you, producer. And director. Equal gratitude to both. But so Hyderabad with that 35 is still going in after Uzi. So I'm guessing they have to. I think this is the only thing that they would sort of fight for if they really intend to pocket him, because then with that remaining purse, you only can hope for smart buys, which will come much later on in the auction. You can't think of really going in for any big buys. But they do have a major part of their 11 intact.
They already have the playing 11 that they have, along with Mohammad Shami now, and if they get Yuzvendra Chahal,
who's gone up to 17 crores.
Absolutely. I'm feeling bad for the other teams. because if they get Chahal, this is going to be a very, very, very strong
This
team.
will be huge. This
Yes.
will be a huge buy for Hyderabad if they hold on.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering where their planning and their portioning of their money is going really. But and I'll get in toss in just a bit. But 17.5 is what's it gone up to.
There was a time when this was the highest amount. This was a big amount, but now players going for 17, 17.5. Every second player is going for around 17, 18, 20, 26 we have seen. And this is the beauty of mega auctions that we are watching here rather. And 17.75 crore for Yuzvendra Chahal. We'll have to wait and see. Is it with Punjab or with SRH right now?
No, I think Bengaluru went
No,
out.
Bengaluru
I
went
think
out.
it's with Punjab at
It's
this-
with SRH. Punjab
it's
is
with Hyderabad
yeah,
with
they're
7.5,
discussing.
7.75 because Punjab went 7.5, 17.5.
Yeah.
Hyderabad came in there. The Hyderabad franchise jumped in with 17.75, and Punjab is heavily doing their calculations. Oh, we need this little later on. We need this play a little later on, and that tweet of Delhi Capitals is so apt. You see, chilling and watching the fun unfold. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a bidding war, gone up to 18. Punjab's bid had gone up to 18 with the bid now on Hyderabad's table to respond to.
That's exactly how I imagine players, watching the IPL auction when their bid goes above 15 crores.
not
they're
all
just-
players, guys.
Not all players.
Not all
When their
players.
bid goes above 15, 16 crores, they just relax and see the fight now. Where am I going to?
Okay, Hyderabad's pulled off. Hyderabad, I think, have called it off.
18 crores.
18 crores is what we are at. I think it is with Punjab. Are we seeing another big buy going with Punjab? Basically, Punjab. We said at the start, yes.
Yeah, Yuzvendra
You see,
Chahal
so
too.
after
Arshdeep Singh,
after Arshdeep,
they have Yuzvendra Chahal, they have, I think, Shreyas Iyer.
Shreyas Iyer, and they have UZ. So we said Punjab would play party pooper and really spoil plans for all teams, and they've done exactly that. Toss, how difficult is it for Mumbai to sit and watch this even as Mohammad Siraj comes up?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's very, very difficult. I don't know why they haven't opened the account. I mean, that's how they say when you start your innings first, right? They haven't opened the account. So interesting bid it has been so far. Rishabh Pant, then Mitchell Stark, and now Yuzvendra Chahal, Mohammad Shami. I mean, I was surprised. Mohammad Shami just 10 crores. I mean, saw the Manjrekar's tweet. What happened exactly? Yeah, so this is surprising. But yeah, coming back to Yuzvendra Chahal, I would have preferred him to stay with, to go with Lucknow Super Giants, because they are, again, we'll go back to the wickets. I mean, the wickets are slower. You're going to play 7 matches at home. It's not easy for batters to bat out there. When you have a bowler like Yuzvendra Chahal, it becomes very, very difficult. And leg spinners are not luxury anymore. They are one of the most important factors in when it comes to T20 cricket. You may not see them in Test cricket, the longer format, but you will definitely see them as an important cog in the wheel of different teams. And leg spinners have become useful ever since IPL has picked off in the mid of the IPL. I don't know, Punjab or Lucknow Super Giants. Lucknow, he will be more effective for Lucknow Super Giants because Punjab are going to have batting tracks, and it's easier to bat against leg spinners when it's a flat track or maybe a fast track. But this guy, Yuzvendra Chahal, is a smart bowler, right? Whether it's Lucknow, whether it's Punjab, he knows he has got variations. He's got those googlies and the flippers and the zooters that comes off from his fingers and hand. I mean, definitely, he's a great buy. I mean, and also the fact you're forgetting that he's only getting older, but he's also getting wiser with age. And the best part is naturally he's a slim guy, somebody who doesn't put on weight easily. So all that factors comes in. So wherever he goes.
Toss, just because you have some salt and pepper right now, now Yuzi is also gaining wisdom and all. But I get where you're coming from. But two things that's really struck me at this auction table so far. Bengaluru has been very circumspect despite having a big purse.
Absolutely.
Despite having a purse that they can really loosen up and they can splurge on, they've been very circumspect, unlike the kind of auctions they've normally had in the past, where Bengaluru has wanted to go in for that big name, that X factor. Let's let's put the money behind it, and let's get the Watson, let's get the Stark.
Yeah,
They
the
have
big
been
names.
very, very circumspect. So that's one takeaway from me from this auction so far. And second, Punjab is not looking like a decent. They've bought some decently big players and Indian players at that.
Absolutely, it has to be the Ricky Ponting effect because, as I said, that he brings that stability to the team management. And as far as RCB is concerned, I think their fans wanted them to think more in the auctions, and I think they have taken that way too seriously. They're just thinking; they're not going for players for a long time. But yeah, Punjab, I think they are. Doing great. Mohammad Siraj currently 12.25 crore. Rajasthan
bid right
Royals
now.
and Gujarat Titans, they are still fighting for Mohammad Siraj. We'll have to wait and see. I'm shocked. RCB still no RTM for Mohammad Siraj. And I was just reading a tweet by I think Rajasthan Royals, and they said pulls aage pulls, which is
So are they going to sell it to Gujarat? I think the bid is with Gujarat, and it's almost going to Siraj is almost going to Bengaluru is not
Bengaluru
going
said
in.
no. They said no.
Bengaluru is not going for Siraj. The bid is with Gujarat at this point to partner Kagiso Rabada when it comes to their matches in Ahmedabad is, of course, Mohammad Siraj pairs up with Kagiso there. What do you make of this new ball pair?
It's a great pair. I mean, Gujarat, they did a wonderful thing here because you
They're
have
happy.
to have two great bowlers together, Kagiso Rabada. Mohammad Siraj is a good bowler. Obviously, he derails at times, but he's a great T20 bowler. But I'm wondering, RCB not retaining him. I'm wondering if Siraj would be knocking
so-
Virat's door in Perth right now.
No, so let's be very serious here though. But the RTM, I think if I was at the Bangalore table, I would use that RTM. I would look at using that RTM on a Glenn Maxwell or
Will Jacks.
or a Will Jacks or a Will Jacks. I think that's what I would probably hold back for. I wouldn't necessarily be. I would be seeing how I can figure out my bowlers on the purchase table, and I would use my RTM for a Will Jacks or a Glenn Maxwell. I'm pretty certain Glenn should go. I mean, I was thinking that there would be a fight for Chahal there, but with Bengaluru. But things can be very surprising.
issue
You never know what.
with RCB has always been the bowling lineup. They have had a gun batting lineup for years.
And it's
Big
difficult in
names.
Chennaswamy as
All
well.
the big names you have had. You have a McCallum, you have had a Watson, a Yuvraj Singh, a Chris Gayle, AB de Villiers, Virat Kohli, the man himself. But the issue was always the bowling lineup. As of now, you only have a Yash Dayal in your lineup. You only retained one bowler. People were, or rather fans were wondering that you will retain Mohammad Siraj. There's no way that you won't retain a Mohammad Siraj because the camaraderie he has with the team management, with Virat Kohli, who could be the captain, we don't know because it looks like he would be the captain. They are not aiming for any captain as of now, RCB. But Siraj, sharing that bond with the team, with Virat Kohli, and him going into the auction, the fans were wondering, they were praying. I as someone who follows RCB, I saw fans also, saying that please retain Siraj. They understand that he derails at times, form at times is an issue, but he's a great T20 bowler to have. But okay, you don't want a Siraj in your team, you must be eyeing some player. No, Mohammad Shami should have gone for some other bowlers as well. So I wonder if that will still be an issue for RCB, the bowling lineup.
Even as we speak now, Liam Livingstone has come up in that M2 list. He's part of that M2 list, which means that we're going to have possibly KL Rahul up next as the last in that lot. Am I right? That is correct. Yep. So KL Rahul after this, but Liam Livingstone, you have Bengaluru coming in for them. Delhi has jumped in for Liam. But Bengaluru going strong, and it's at 5 crores. Again, they do need obviously that firepower. Liam Livingstone, really a good solve there, an all-rounder, must have for any setup. He proved a bit of his price tag when he was playing for Punjab. Quite a few crucial innings that he played for them when he was with that franchise. But how do you see this one playing out?
I mean, Livingstone, the batter, I am a fan of, but him, the bowler at Chinnaswamy, I don't think that's a good idea because he's a sort of a part-time bowler. He's not an out-and-out all-rounder. Yeah. He bowls a bit, but in Chinnaswamy, you need specialist bowlers because he can go for 25-30 runs easily because the boundaries are very short and you won't back on him. You won't back him to do well with the ball in every match. You need someone, if you are going for an all-rounder, you go for an out-and-out all-rounder.
There's a bit of silence, and Chennai has come in there. Now, we did sort of kind of predict this,
Yeah.
that Chennai would go after, and I'm sure Purnima and all her very, very intelligent fans in Chennai are very happy because they were keen on Chennai going in for Liam Livingstone. But again, we don't know how far they'd be willing to go for someone like him, and who else would persist at the heels. But yeah, that's the purse right now, 55 and 83.
Still 83 crores.
Bengaluru still have a lot, but Bengaluru will probably be waiting for that next person coming up on the list, which is KL Rahul. So really waiting for how to see how this plays out and how much they can actually push for this. But they've been pretty frugal so far in this mega auction, which has already seen 2 players go beyond 25 crores each. So kudos to a franchise like Bengaluru to hold on to their purse strings and be careful about what they were spending on. But Liam's sitting with in a battle between the 2 southern states, Chennai and Bengaluru.
8.25 crore as of now.
Oh, someone else has come in.
But Chennai, I think they have backed out.
No, Chennai is still
They're still there.
They're still there, but I guess someone else is coming in on that bid for, or they've gone off.
They've gone off.
Chennai's dropped out. It's still with Bengaluru,
Bengaluru,
and I think the other team to come in there because they're still in conversation. But I'm wondering which is the other team that went in for the bid.
I believe English players are very risky to have because they often back out midway through the tournament because of their international commitments. We have seen
Punjab is not right to matching. So is it with Bengaluru? Has
I
Bengaluru
think, more or less, I
won
think they
the
have.
bid? I think they have won the first big buy for Bengaluru people. Is it
The
going to
first
be
buy.
the
I think
first buy
first
for
buy for
Bengaluru,
them, Bengaluru.
and quite the price that you wouldn't expect a Bengaluru franchise to spend on a big marquee player. 8.75. That's a good buy.
Good buy.
For Bengaluru.
A smart buy, yeah.
Have to say that, yes.
Absolutely, a smart buy for Bengaluru. A great batter, but there is still a question mark for me personally. The bowler in him at Chinnaswamy is something that they'll have to look towards, they'll have to tackle, they'll have to work on it. But as a batter, and considering the opposite of what I just said, as a batter with those short boundaries, I think he will do wonderful in that stadium. But KL Rahul.
And that leads
the
us
man
to KL Rahul, the person who we were all waiting for. And I think will this be the second buy for Bengaluru, or will they surprise us? I don't know. We were sort of, the conversations that we were having regarding KL Rahul was that he would go back to his home ground. I'll be curious to see if Lucknow puts in a bid. Just curious.
No, they already have Rishabh
Just curious
Pant.
to see.
They have a wicketkeeper, they have a captain.
No, it's not, I just want to know if they'd say, hey, just a token,
Mr. Goenka.
just to start things off, just like a peace offering or an olive branch.
I don't
One
see
bid from
that
Lucknow.
happening.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if that happens. But Kolkata going in.
KKR and RCB, all in for KL. KL Rahul in KKR, that's an interesting take. Just to see him played at the Eden
Who
Gardens.
who has Kolkata got so far? They haven't.
Kolkata,
They haven't
I don't
purchased
think
anybody.
They have.
They went in hard, of course, for Pant, is it? They went in hard for Pant. But yeah, Kolkata
No one.
hasn't really purchased, which means
no,
they
so
need
they-
a captain.
They need a captain.
Which means they're looking at possibly KL Rahul to captain their side, depending on how much.
But I don't think RCB will let him go. I don't think this will happen.
No,
really.
so my thought is if RCB is really investing this particular mega auction on their bowlers, if they really, because they know that with that small ground, they've really hit a very rough patch with their bowling squad in the past. If they're really kind of saving up to spend on a good bowling attack, then they would have a cap for how much they would want to go for KL Rahul.
But then they would have gone for Chahal or a Shami for.
But there are many other bowlers who are yet to come. There are many other good buys who are yet to come. They're good, proper spinners as well as pace bowlers who are yet to come in there in that list.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what I'm wondering. How far would
RCB go.
would Kolkata and Bengaluru go?
It's what 8.75 crore as of now. The fight is still on between KKR and RCB. KL Rahul used to play for LSG. Now he's back in the auctions. A big match player, played brilliantly recently in Perth. We all saw what he did. A different format altogether. But then again, KL Rahul, the batter, is. You can see the tweets. RCB has put out a tweet when the next name is KLR and there is a Jimmy Fallon standing up in the GIF. And I think they are interested. RCB, as we discussed, it could be sort of a homecoming for KL Rahul. And I often wonder, maybe I get a hint that he also wants to, come back to his home ground. He plays for Karnataka in domestic cricket. RCB, he has played for RCB. He started, I think, if I'm not wrong, he started his IPL journey with RCB.
As he touches 10 crores, just quickly going across to Thos, who's still there. In a city that that hasn't really Mumbai, that hasn't really done much on the bidding front, but KL Rahul 10.75 with Kolkata and Bengaluru still interested. This is going to go up to 20 for sure. Thos, how do you see this playing out?
Very, very interesting that Mumbai hasn't opened their account. Again, I'm going back to that statement. I'm surprised what's happening. What's happening with Mumbai? But then, I mean, if I think again, see, Mumbai has all the cream players, all the marquee players are there in Mumbai. They have an opener in Rohit Sharma. They have an all-rounder in Hardik Pandya. They have a Jasprit Bumrah. They have Surya Kumar Yadav. So everything is sorted out. They just need to fill in those puzzles, So that is one thing. So where I'm sure you won't get from the, with 45 crores in that account, you won't get from the marquee players because you'll have to spend a lot of money from your pockets. So what will happen if you spend a lot of 10, 15, 20 crore on big players? What will happen? I mean, nothing. I mean, you won't be able to fill the slot as well because you need a partner for Bumrah, you need a partner for Rohit Sharma, you need somebody to bat at along with Surya Kumar Yadav or maybe spinners, right?
This is a clear sign.
Spinners. So yeah, so these factors might maybe you will see Mumbai coming in the second round. But KL Rahul definitely. KL Rahul, it's more of an emotional factor for Bangalore, right? For Bangalore, and I feel they will go all out for him. And KL Rahul in Test cricket right now, the way he's bounced back, it's been superb. It will give immense confidence to him, and I hope it continues. Bangalore would be desperately seeking that form of KL Rahul because we all know he's a batter, he's a classy batter, and everybody loves him. The only problem is his inconsistency off late. Off late, you won't find him in great rhythm, but then the way he started in Australia. Also, the factor here is Bangalore is going to be batting tracks, right? Batters enjoy playing on those wickets. 7 matches in Bangalore. If KL Rahul performs in all those 7 matches, or maybe outside Bangalore, a couple of games, all sorted for Bangalore. So I think it's going to be a good move if Bangalore goes for him, and also the emotional factor counts in. So KL Rahul, again, he's going to go big, I guess.
Yes, Thos, but you know what the surprising part now is? I think Bengaluru has pulled out of the race and Chennai is coming in hot for KL Rahul. Chennai is coming in for KL. There's a bid that they've put in there. Delhi seemed interested as well.
Well, I'm shocked. RCB backing out for
Chennai.
KL.
The bid is between
shocking.
Chennai and is it Delhi or is it Kolkata? Is it Chennai and Kolkata?
It's Delhi and Chennai, if I'm not wrong. I think
13 crores is what we have right now. Bengaluru seems to have dropped out.
what are they planning? What is the plan? Is there any plan behind all this? I'm wondering because KL Rahul is something was someone that fans were hoping that it's a no-brainer. They will go all out for KL Rahul homecoming, and I believe Rahul also wanted to sort of make a comeback to his home team.
Yeah,
but
it's still with Delhi. With Delhi and Chennai going in. Remember, Chennai needs a nice solid. They love a nice solid middle order bat. They had that with Ajinkya Rahane for a while. Ambati Raidu playing that role as well for a few seasons. Though he moved up to open as well and then came down the order too. Interesting. Delhi has got KL Rahul.
This
sold to Delhi for 14 crores. They've got their captain, I'm guessing. Quite a good buy that for them. They'll be extremely happy with that. They really wanted to get a few players back in the first marquee list. They went in for quite a few of the players there.
I think this is going to be
Particularly
interesting.
Shreyas as well as Pant.
Yeah.
They tried to right to match Pant as well, but 27 was a bit too much for Delhi. So KL Rahul finding a new home, yes. Not his original home though. He is
Yeah.
going
to Delhi Capital, and this I think this is interesting because I'm now thinking about the IPL Delhi pitches. Batters prefer batting on that surface, and KL Rahul, with all the noise that we have had around his strike rate, I think he's going to prove something, and I believe this is going to be his season. He's a great